Assalamu alaikum. Good morning again. Okay, I'm going to start my today's lecture within a minute. I'm waiting for some other participants, some other students to join my class. You all know that we are doing the review of active and passive voices. We have done 4 tenses: present indefinite tense, past indefinite tense, present continuous tense, and past continuous tense before in active and passive voice both. Now we are doing 2 more tenses today in my class. We will be discussing present perfect tense and past perfect tense today. Now I'm starting my today's lecture. It is English language lecture. I'm Ms. Safin Imran. This is lecture number 47. The topic is active and passive voice. You know that we are doing active and passive voice according to the tenses, and we have done 4 tenses before. Now this is the 5th one. I have already told you that from all 12 tenses in active and passive voices, only 8 tenses will be done. So we have already done 4 of them. Now I'm starting with the 5th one, that is present perfect tense. And I have already told you one more thing, that you should know all the structures of tenses so that you will be able to do the voices easily. Now I'm showing you the present perfect tense, their structures and examples in active and as well as in passive voice. Now first of all, present perfect tense in active voice, and I have told you that the tenses can be written in 3 forms: affirmative, negative and interrogative. So we will do all of them one by one. Now, first of all, I'm showing you the active voice affirmative sentences structures. We have 2 structures here for first person and second person, singular and plural. That means I, we, and you, and third person plural, that is they. We have the structure subject plus helping verb plus verb third form plus object, full stop. Now remember that for perfect tenses, we always use the first form of verb. It means for the perfect tenses, we use third form of verb in the active voice as well as in the passive voice, because it is the rule of the passive voice that always third form of verb is used in passive voices. So remember that in active voice, we are also using the third form, and in passive voice, we are also using the third form. Now the helping verb for these persons is have. For third person singular, that means he and she, we have the similar structure: subject plus helping verb plus verb third form plus object, full stop. But we have the different helping verb, that is has. Okay. Now I'm showing you the examples for the affirmative sentences here in the active voice. I have written a letter. Full stop. Written is the third form of write. You all know that. A letter is the object, and I, we, you, he, she, and they, these are the subjective pronouns, and have or has is the helping verb. Now, I have written a letter, full stop. We have written a letter, full stop. These are the examples for first person singular and first person plural. You have written a letter, full stop. It is the example for third person singular and plural. Next example is he has written a letter, full stop. She has written a letter, full stop. These are the examples for third person singular. And the last example is they have written a letter, full stop. It is the example for third person plural. Remember that we are using have as the helping verb for all the persons except the third person singular, that is he and she, where we are using the helping verb has. Okay. Now I am showing you the structures for the passive voice, but in affirmative sentences. Okay. Now remember that for passive voice, there are again two structures. Most of the time, we have only one structure for passive voice with the only one helping verb. But here is the case in present perfect tense that we have two helping verbs. Okay. For first person singular and second person singular and plural and third person plural, we have the structure object plus helping verb plus been plus the third form plus by plus subject. We have the helping verb have here. Okay. Remember that we are using have for the plural object and has for the singular object. Remember that. Now for third person singular, you know that object comes first at the first place in the passive voice plus helping verb plus being plus verb third form plus by plus subject. Subject comes at the end of the passive voice sentences. Now I'm showing you the examples for the affirmative sentences here for the passive voice. A letter has been written by me, full stop. A letter has been written by us, full stop. You can see that I have taken the same object here for all the cases and object is singular. So I have used the helping verb has here. A letter has been written by you. This is the example for second person singular and plural. A letter has been written by him, full stop. That is the example for third person singular. A letter has been written by her. That is the example for third person singular. Again, a letter has been written by them. So full stop. This is the example for third person plural. Now remember this that thing that all the subjective pronouns in the active voice, these are converted into the objective pronouns like me, us, you, him, her, and them. Now I am moving to active voice negative sentences. You all know that affirmative sentences give the positive meanings and negative sentences give the negative meanings. And for negative sentences, we add not after the helping verb. Now for active voice sentences, we have two structures here. For first person and second person, singular and plural. That means I, we, and you. And third person plural means they. We have the structure subject plus helping verb plus not, because not is added after the helping verb, plus verb third form plus object full stop. The helping verb is have here. For third person singular, that means he and she, we have the similar structure but the different helping verb. Like that, subject plus helping verb plus not plus verb third form plus object full stop, and the helping verb is has here. Remember that we always use third form of verb for present perfect tenses. It means for active voice we are using the third form of verb, as well as for passive voice we are using the third form of verb. Now I am showing you the examples for the negative sentences. Active voice examples first. I have not written a letter, full stop. We have not written a letter, full stop. You can see that these are the examples for first person singular, and for all the examples I have added not after the helping verb. You have not written a letter, full stop. This is the example for second person singular and plural. He has not written a letter, full stop. She has not written a letter, full stop. These are the examples for third person singular. And the last example is they have not written a letter, full stop. It is the example for third person plural. Now remember one more thing, that you have to place the full stop at the end of all affirmative and negative sentences. and the question mark at the end of all interrogative sentences. Now I am showing you the structures for the passive voice. We have only one structure for passive voice. Always we have only one structure for passive voice. For negative sentences, for first person, second person, and third person, singular and plural, it means for all the persons, we have the same structure: object plus helping verb plus not plus been plus verb third form plus by plus subject full stop. Now remember that for passive voice, object and subject interchange their places. So object comes first and subject comes at the end. And after the helping verb, we are adding not. After that, we will add been. And then third form of verb with by before the subject. Now remember, we have two helping verbs here, has and have. These are two options for has for singular object and have for plural object. Now I'm showing you the examples for the passive voice negative sentences. A letter has not been written by me, full stop. A letter has not been written by us, full stop. These are the examples for first person singular and plural, and you can see that I have taken object as a singular object, so I have used the helping verb has with not and then be. Okay, a letter has not been written by you. This is the example for second person singular and plural. Remember that you is the only pronoun which remains you in the subject objective case as well. A letter has not been written by him, full stop. A letter has not been written by her, full stop. These are the examples for third person singular. And the last example is a letter has not been written by them, full stop. It is the example for third person plural. Okay. Now there is another form of sentence left, which is interrogative sentences. You all know that interrogative sentences means the sentences which ask questions. Now, first of all, I am showing you the active voice structures. Again, we have two options here, two structures for different helping verbs. For first person and second person, singular and plural, that means I, we, and you. And third person plural, that is they. We have the structure helping verb plus subject plus verb, third form plus object plus question mark. Now remember that for interrogative sentences, we are using the helping verb in the beginning of the sentence so that it could ask the question. And question mark is placed at the end of the sentence. Now the helping verb is have here. Now for third person singular, we have the structure helping verb plus subject plus verb third form plus object plus question mark. Again, you can see that helping verb comes at the beginning of the sentence because it is an interrogative sentence, and question mark is placed at the end of the sentence because it is an interrogative sentence. Now the helping verb is has here. Now I'm showing you the examples for the interrogative sentences. We are doing present perfect tenses here. Now some examples are, you can see that I have used the helping verbs in the beginning. Have I written a letter? Question mark. Have we written a letter? Question mark. Have you written a letter? Question mark. These are the examples for first person singular and plural and second person singular and plural. Remember, you can see that I is placed in between the sentence, but it is written in the capital form because it is a rule. Then for third person, we have the examples. Has he written a letter? Question mark. Has she written a letter? Question mark. These are the examples for third person singular. Have they written a letter? Question mark. This is the example for third person plural. Now I am showing you the interrogative sentences in passive voice, and we are continuously doing present perfect tense. Okay, so please be very careful, be very attentive and concentrate on the topic, that what we are doing and what are the structures. We have to learn these structures by heart so that you will be able to convert any sentence. Okay. Now passive voice, I have told you for passive voice we have only one structure. For first person, second person, and third person, singular and plural, whether they are singular, whether they are plural, For all the persons, we have the similar structure: helping verb plus object plus been plus verb third form plus by plus subject plus question mark. Now remember that for interrogative sentences, we are placing the helping verb in the beginning. After that, we place the object in because object and subject interchange their places, so object comes first. Then been plus verb third form. And then by plus subject plus question mark. Now we have two options of the helping verbs here: has for the singular object and have for the plural object. Now I'm showing you the examples for the interrogative sentences in passive voice. You can see that I have taken the example for singular object in all the examples. So I have used the helping verb has here. Has a letter been written by me? Question mark. Has a letter been written by us? Question mark. These are the examples for first person singular and first person plural. Then we have the example: has a letter been written by you? Question mark. Has a letter been written by him? Question mark. Has a letter been written by her? Question mark. Has a letter been written by them? Question mark. Now you can see that for has, for she, he and she, we are using the helping verb has for third person singular, and because we are taking the object as a singular object here, so we have used has for all the subjects. Has for all the object in the singular form. Okay, I hope you have understood till here. Now reply me whether you have understood or not. Now please reply me, hurry up. Hurry up, reply. I am waiting for your replies. Please tell me whether you have understood till here or not, so that I move to past perfect tenses. Now please reply me in the chat box. Abdul Rahman, very good. Mehda Advani, very good. You have understood. Now other people, whether you have understood or not. I think you have not understood. Because of that, you have not replied me. Now please reply, hurry up. I am waiting for you. Okay. How many times you are writing clear, Simon? Okay, now I am going to start past perfect tense. Past perfect tense, the structures and examples I am showing you. You all know that for perfect tenses, we always use the third form of verb. It means when we are doing the active and passive voice for perfect tenses, we are using the third form of verb in active voice as well as in the passive voice. Okay. Now, first of all, we are doing the affirmative sentences. Now, remember that there is only one helping verb for past perfect tenses, that is had. It means there is no option, so we have only one structure for active voice as well as for passive voice. Now, for first person, second person, and third person, singular and plural, it means for all persons: I, we, you, he, she, they. For all the persons, we have the same structure: subject plus helping verb plus verb third form plus object, full stop, and the helping verb is had here. Remember, for active voice, subject comes first and object comes at the end. But in passive voice, it is just opposite, that is object comes first and subject comes at the end of the sentence. Now I'm showing you some of the examples of the active voice affirmative sentences. I had written a letter. Written is the third form of write. We had written a letter. Full stop. These are the examples for first person singular and first person plural. You had written a letter. Full stop. He had written a letter, full stop. She had written a letter, full stop. You can see that you had written a letter is the example for second person singular and plural, and these two are the examples for third person singular. And the last one, they had written a letter, full stop is the example for third person plural. Now I am showing you the affirmative sentences in passive voice, their structure. Okay, only one structure is there here, only one structure is there because had is used for singular and plural objects. For both the objects, we have only one option of the helping verb. Now for first person, second person and third person singular and plural, that means I, we, you, he, she and they, we have the similar or same structure: object plus helping verb plus been plus verb third form plus by plus subject full stop. Now you should remember that object comes first and subject comes at the last, and before subject there will be five, and before that there will be third form of verb. Okay. Now there is only one helping verb had for singular and plural objects both. Now there are some examples for the affirmative sentences in the passive voice. Now you can see that a letter, which is the singular object, but we have only one option, so I have used had for all the examples. A letter had been written by me, full stop. A letter had been written by us, full stop. These are the examples for first person singular and plural. Third one is a letter had been written by you. That is the example for second person singular and plural. A letter had been written by him. A letter had been written by her. These are the two examples for third person singular. A letter had been written by them. This is the example for third person plural. Now I am showing you the negative sentences. You know that negative sentences give us negative meaning. These are opposite of the affirmative sentences, which give us positive meaning. For negative sentences, we have the rule that we add not after the helping verb. Now, there is only one helping verb had, so all the structures, for all the persons, we have the same structure. For first person, second person, and third person, singular and plural, we have the same structure. That is for I, we, you, and he, she. Subject plus helping verb plus not plus verb third form plus object. That is the structure for the active voice sentence in negative form. Now you can see that not is added after the helping verb. Helping verb is had here. Now I'm showing you the examples for the active voice sentences here. I had not written a letter. We had not written a letter. Full stop. You can see that for first person singular and first person plural, these are examples are given here. And for all the subjects, all the pronouns, that is I, we, you, he, she, they, I have written the helping verb had because we have no other option. We had not written a letter and not is placed after the helping verb. You had not written a letter. This is the example for second person singular and plural. He had not written a letter, third person singular. She had not written a letter, third person singular. They had not written a letter, full stop, that is third person plural. Okay, I hope you are understanding and you are taking a lot of interest in all these examples. It is a very easy topic if you know about the tenses. Okay, very easy, but try to understand. If you have got any problems, any confusions. Now I am showing you the passive voice negative sentences structure. Okay, we have only one option of helping verb, so we have only one structure here. For first person, second person, and third person, singular and plural, that is for I and we, for you and for they, we have the similar structure: object plus helping verb plus not plus been plus for third form plus by plus subject full stop. Now remember that object comes first in the beginning of the passive voice always, and subject comes at the end of the sentence. And for making the negative sentence, we add not after the helping verb. Now helping verb is had here for singular and plural objects both. Now there are some examples of negative sentences which I'm showing you here. A letter had not been written by me. Yes, Abdul Rahman, helping verb is had. Because for present perfect tense, we have two helping verbs, has and have. And for past perfect tense, we have only one helping verb, had. Okay? A letter had not been written by us. That is the example for first person plural. A letter had not been written by you. It is the example for second person singular and plural. A letter had not been written by him. That is the example for third person singular. A letter had not been written by her. That is the example for third person singular. A letter had not been written by them. Full stop. That is the example for third person plural. Now you can see that me, us, you, him, her, and them. These are the pronouns which are changed from active voice subjective pronouns to the objective pronouns in the passive voice case. Now we come to the interrogative sentences. In active voice first, remember that we are doing past perfect tenses. Interrogative sentences means those sentences which ask questions. It means when we are writing those sentences, we start with the helping verb and end with the question mark. Now for first person, second person and third person singular and plural, we have for I and we, for you and for he, she and they, we have the same structure, helping verb plus, that is the start of the sentence, beginning of the sentence. Because of interrogative sentence, we are using the helping verb in the beginning plus subject plus verb third form plus object plus question mark. Okay, the helping verb is had here. Now I am showing you the active voice examples in interrogative sentences. You all know that they start with the helping verb. Had I written a letter? Question mark. Had we written a letter? Question mark. These are the examples for first person singular and first person plural. And remember that I is used in the capital form because it is the rule to write I only pronoun in the capital form, whether it comes in between the sentence and verb. Now, had you written a letter? Question mark. Had he written a letter? Question mark. Had she written a letter? Question mark. These are the examples for second person and third person singular and plural. For third person plural, we have another example. Had they written a letter? Question mark. This is the example for third person plural. I hope you are understanding everything. And please, if you have got any question, you will ask me at the end of the lecture. I will give you some time. And I have already told you many times so that you should have a rough notebook with you so that if any question arise in your mind, then you can write it in your rough notebook and ask me at the end of the lecture. Now we are discussing past perfect tenses, passive voice, interrogative sentences, structures. Okay. Okay, very nice of you that you are understanding. Now, for passive voice, we have only one structure here because we have only one helping verb. For first person, I and we. For second person, you. And for third person, singular and plural. That means he, she, and they. We have the similar structure, helping verb plus object plus being plus verb third form plus by plus subject plus question mark. Now remember, for interrogative sentences, we are using the helping verb in the beginning of the sentence, and after that we are placing the object here because object comes first in the passive voice and then subject comes at the end with the question mark. Okay. Now remember, after the object we are using the another helping verb which is being, and third form of verb is always used in the passive voice sentences with the by before the subject. Okay. Now we have only one helping verb, that is had. Had, it is used for singular and the plural objects both. Now I am showing you the examples for the interrogative sentences. Now you all know that interrogative sentences means the sentences which ask questions. It means all the sentences, and in the question mark here you can see that all the sentences have the question mark at the end, and they are starting with the helping verb. We have only one helping verb had here, so we can use it in both the of singular and plural objects, but I have taken only the singular object example. Had a letter been written by me? Question mark. Had a letter been written by us? Question mark. These are the examples for first person singular and first person plural. Had a letter been written by you? Question mark. This is the example for second person singular and plural. Now, had a letter been written by him? Question mark. This is the example for third person singular. Had a letter been written by her? Question mark. This is the example for third person singular. And had a letter been written by them? Question mark. This is the example for third person plural. Now, I have shown you the present perfect tense and past perfect tense here in active and passive voice in all the forms of sentences, that is affirmative, negative and interrogative sentences. I have shown you all the structures and examples. Hope you have understood everything very clearly. Now, please reply me whether you have understood or not. Please reply. I am waiting for your reply so that I will tell you something more. Reply me please so that. Okay, very nice, Abdul Rahman. You have understood everything. Other people, please reply me so that I will understand. Hurry up, reply. Students, are you listening or sleeping? Please reply, hurry up. Zimal, Ishal, Mehta, where are you? Hamza Mustafa, where are you? Shiza, very nice. You have understood everything. Yes, Hamza. Okay. Now I want to tell you one more thing that today is Friday, so there is a dictation day. This is the dictation day. So there is a dictation I have uploaded on the Google Classroom. After the class, go to the Google Classroom and then attempt the dictation. It will be of 10 marks. Very easy. It is from Macbeth. You all know that I have already informed you about the topic. So go through that and attempt the dictation. Only one attempt will be given to you. So please, Abdul Rahman, okay, very good. If you have completed it and got full marks, very nice of you. So other people, please go there and attempt it and try to get full marks, because all the marks will be added in your final result. Okay. So if you have got any other question, please ask me here, because I have some time left. And during that time, I'm marking your attendance. So please, if you have got any other question, ask me. Abdullah, you have not replied me. You have not replied me. Musa, Absa, please reply me whether you have understood or not. Abdullah, hurry up, reply me. I'm waiting for your replies. Abdul Rahman, final term papers will be of 100 marks. English language 100 marks and English literature 100 marks. Okay, Mehta, you have understood. Very nice of you. Now I'm telling you, for these tenses and voices and narrations, you have to do a lot of practice. You need continuous practice. Okay, so please do practice in your rough notebooks. Make different sentences and change them into different tenses, different voices, so that you will be able to do it in the exam very easily. Because I have told you that your exam will be in the short questions form, that is MCQs form mostly. So you have just the option to pick the right answer. You will have three options or two options somewhere. So you will have to select the correct one and pick that one. And you all know that only one attempt will be allowed. If there will be a mistake, then there will be no other chance. So please do practice of tenses, voices, and narrations, so that You will have no problem in your final exam. And you have to do the practice and preparation of exams from the books and the copies as well. Literature book, read the lessons, read the plays, Macbeth and Tempest very carefully many times from the book, and do preparation from the copy as well. And for language, do the preparation from the book as well as the copy. Okay, today is the dictation day, so you have to attempt the dictation after this class. Anything which you want to ask now, please ask me. I'm waiting here. She's a paper pattern means all the questions. You know that we have words meanings, we have question answers, we have RTCs, we have short question answers. Okay, so you can prepare for everything, learn everything from the copy, from the book, so that whenever it comes in the form of MCQs, anything comes in the form of MCQs. It means if I'm giving you any questions, then I will give you 3 answers. Okay, and you have to select any one of them which will be the correct one, because 2 answers will be wrong. If I'm giving you 3 options, it means only one option is correct and the other 2 options will be wrong. Okay, similar thing we can do in the words meaning, that if I'm giving you 3 meanings, 2 will be wrong and 1 will be right. So you have to choose the correct one. Okay, similarly, we are giving you some MCQs, some RTCs. Okay, or in language, you have many topics, you all know that. I have given you the syllabus already. I have given you the syllabus. So prepare for all the topics given in the syllabus. Okay. Even the essay writing, application writing, and letter writing will come in your final exam. So you have to prepare for that. Okay. Anything else, Shiza? And any other student? Do you want to ask any other thing? Everything clear? Reply me here, please. Whether you have understood or something is missing or confusion is there. Yes, Meda, it will be in the form of quiz. Everything will be in the form of quiz. So even the question answers, I'm telling you. Okay. Now I hope you have understood everything. I want to stop here because time is over. Nothing has to be asked. Okay. We will join in the next class after 10 minutes. I'm stopping here. Allah Hafiz.